Hey everyone, welcome back to Quick Shots. I'm your host, Mick Chambers. We're here with Mo. Mo is in the house. Melissa, Tradbo Newbie on Instagram. If you haven't followed her yet, go do that. And are you okay? We had a little.
I'm great. The flush? No, that's just coming home off of a New York City commute and jumping in a hot shower. I'm good, I promise.
Oh my God. Okay, good. I'm glad you took a shower for this. I didn't think to do that. Maybe I should have. Can you smell me from here?
It's a wonderful cologne.
Yeah, thanks very much. I smell like a dead buck. Yeah.
Woo, good for you, man. I saw that. That is awesome.
Here I'm going to say this right off the get-go for people who are just, hi Melanie. Right off the get-go here. If you're in the audience, say hi or whatever. But I want to talk about this, and I know this is about you, Mo. This is going to be about you. But let me just talk about my buck I got last night.
Please do.
It was a small buck, and here's the thing: like I could have shot these big huge buck, but here's Mo. This is where I'm going with this. It's harder to hit the small ones. It's harder to hit this. So I wanted the challenge. I could all these guys out there bragging about these big bucks. Yeah, you can. So easy to hit. So easy. It's easy to hit the big targets. Try hitting the small targets.
I'm refraining from any jokes, but that's okay.
You say whatever you want. You're live. Hey, just FYI.
I know. I have to watch myself tonight.
Yeah, this is funny because hi Nancy Leah and hi Ken. Awesome folks. Yeah, so here's the deal. We're on with you. You were like one of my first, if not like the fifth or sixth person that came on Quick Shots. And I think you're the one who helped make this show great. And here's why. Yeah, no, here's the deal. Because it's about people like you. It's about people who with heart. It's about people who are interesting in the community. Sure, you can have, we can have a ton of Matt Yakas and John Demers on and stuff like that. And people want to hear from them, but they also like you. I mean, you're a good person. I see you. You're in every picture at Lancaster every year because people want to hang out with you. That's why I think so. I'm happy that let me put it this way. I'm happy you're on the show. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to talk to you.
I appreciate you so much. I was so nervous when you reached out. I'm like, oh no, live. What is he going to grill me on? But it was really nice. It was really nice to be able to just chat and explain what goes on in my head and my heart when it comes to archery. And I love it so much. I've met so many people, and I'll still say it. I have so much pride for the friends and the camaraderie that I've made through archery. It was one of the last places I'd expect to have such a good, solid, awesome group of friends. This all started with an interest and a $10 Groupon one night. Hey, what's there to do in Queens? All right, let's go shoot some bow and arrows, And yeah. It's been almost 10 years now that I'm shooting.
10 years. And
yeah.
You are trad. You are not giving up trad.
Nope.
I mean, you are the trad person. Are you still carrying a quiver with 50 arrows in it?
I've decreased. I'm down to about 37 and a half. I do, man. Listen, that's my jam. More arrows, less tears. I actually just downsized my quiver too. I found a really nice smaller wicker quiver. And I'm like, you know what? You're going to train yourself to not have to bring 50 or 60 out there. Usually it's because I'm like, I want to take these shots where I'm just launching them, and I'm going to lose some. I'm going to break some. I shoot wood, so I know they're going to end up meeting their fate with a rock or something. But yeah, I've had less and less casualties, so I've been carrying less arrows with me.
That's progress. I think we call that progress.
Yep, sure is.
Or my Canadian friends call it progress. So we're it's great to talk to you because we're going to get in a second, but Melissa and I both suffer from it's pretty bad. I mean, rheumatoid arthritis. We both had it. I think you got it a little bit worse than I do, but it affected and impacted our shooting careers dramatically. And if you don't know what that is, you can Google rheumatoid arthritis. But anyway, you're on medication now. You feeling better?
Currently, no.
Oh no. Oh
yeah,
no.
We've had some hiccups. I was feeling great for a while. It was actually misdiagnosed in the beginning.
Okay.
It started with just my hands about 3 or 4 years ago, and of course, I run to like a little city MD clinic in the neighborhood somewhere, and I brought my mom with me. Where if you think the way I talk is a hoot, you gotta talk to my mom.
I'd love to.
Here, trying to explain to them what's going on with my hands and my wrist, and my mom's like, tell them about the archery and how much you're shooting. It's all that
Oh
archery.
no, it's yeah.
So they thought it was chalked it up to tendonitis or carpal tunnel, and that was not it. And it ended up being the rheumatoid, and we recognized it rather quickly because mom has it too. And I was pretty well regulated in the beginning. Then had some reactions to some of the medications, had to come off, restart some, start some new ones. So I'm actually on like my 5th treatment now, starting tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. But it's been like a perpetual inflammation for like a couple of weeks now, maybe like at least like 2 months, where it's just been sucking and hurting and swollen, but trying to push through it.
Yeah, because you have plans. You got to get that right, because you got plans to go to Lancaster, correct?
I sure do. I'm already signed up for Lancaster Friday at noon. Whoop whoop. And I'm also signed up for indoor nationals. I'll be at Fiskdale again this year.
Wow, that's amazing. And you're taking your wood bow and your wooden arrows, and you're shooting it like that, and you're staying trad, because you know what? You don't give a shit. You're gonna shoot the way you're gonna shoot what you want to shoot. You're gonna shoot the way you want to shoot it.
That's right.
I think that's why we all love you. You just do what you want to do, man. It's just awesome.
Yeah, and it's like I have a really good sense of self-awareness too. I know I'm not that great.
You're constantly improving, though. I mean, which is amazing, you know. And then you're sticking at it, and I think you hit the nail on the head. It's about the people that you've been meeting and the people that you know come to your side and I mean, support you, and I think that's really cool. Do you tell us your setup this year for Lancaster?
I did because of the rightus. I had to drop some weight, so I'm back to shooting my Sock Trail Highline, so 60-inch longbow, but it's about, I think it's like 36 pounds at 28, and I have a 26-inch draw.
Okay.
And that's what I've been rocking with. And in practice, it looks great, man. I'm just like, yes, I know what I need to do. Now, if only I could just piece everything together and just make it happen. I can hear Makoa in my head telling me, wait for the stillness. And I like center the meme from Ace Ventura where he's like, waiting for his intergalactical oneness. I'm like, that is you, man. I hear you in my head being like, don't rush the shot. Just sit there for a second, wait for it to be still, and things will work itself out.
Speaking of Chris, what about the American longbow team?
Yeah, one day, man, I am keeping my fingers crossed. Buckety list bucket check off right there. I'm so proud of them. How incredible is that? How incredible is mind blowing.
It is mind blowing that they went down there, Pan Am Games. You know, you saw some people they just smoked it. The women's longbow.
Yeah.
You know, Marcel and 50 plus for barebow. Fawn Gerard, came down to 1 point at the very end. And and we're talking about the Pan Am Games in Argentina. You can go see them now. Just do a quick search on YouTube if you're watching, and just go take a look at it, because it was quite interesting. I mean, honestly, I don't think. It was kind of exciting, you know. The Fawn Gerard was the most, for me, it was the most exciting. Marcel too. When Marcel was shooting, I was just like, this dude's gonna win. Like, he's gonna win the whole thing. I'm like, yes. I've never even met him, but I know how much he does for everyone. We've talked back and forth, maybe chat, but man, I was so happy for him. I was like, so happy. It was unbelievable. And Shiloh Butts is shooting lights out. You know what really bothered me about that. And sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but I'm watching the longbow. And Shiloh and I don't know, some Argentinian, I think, was shooting against them. I don't think that kid should have been in the bronze. I thought he should have been the bronze medal. and Miller should have been up in the fighting with Shiloh. That's what I thought. It's just the way they shot under pressure. Because Miller shot so much better. I mean, he in his bronze medal match, you know, he was going to win that the whole time. And then Shiloh's force to be reckoned with. I've never seen a guy shoot a longbow like that in my life.
I fangirl hard over these guys. It is so exciting when I see names like that out there, and I'm like, I know those guys. I mean, I sound like the character from Elf, right? But I'm just like, it's so exciting because there's so much to look up to, you know, like when I started shooting and I was shooting compound, and I'll keep saying it, everyone used to tell me like, oh, it's not the equipment, it's the archer. It's not the equipment, it's the archer. Like, don't worry about keeping up with the Joneses with which brand of sight you're shooting or the magnification of your scope and the bars and the weights and all this other business. But now that I'm shooting a wooden bow with wooden arrows, you know, sometimes I'll get like, oh, well, it's your equipment, you know, you can't really tune wood and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, now it's the equipment? Like, you know, all these years, they wouldn't tell me like, oh, it's never the equipment, it's the archer. So to see competitors like that and what they can do with the same or similar equipment that I have, like, it's just so inspiring. And I look up to these guys so much. And it's just, I love running into them at competitions. And it's just, you know, it's not even to be like, how do you do that? Or, you know, how are you doing? How are you practicing? It's just to be there in person. Share that experience with that person where you're like, wow, if they can do this, this is giving me something to aspire to. So,
and I think a lot of people think that about you too. They feel like, no, seriously, they see you out there shooting. You're trying. If there was an award for effort, you would have every award that, you know. You know, I'm just saying, we don't do that here, but the effort that you put into it and the fact that you show up time and time again, it's something I can't say. You know, I don't show up at those things because, you know, I don't, because I know that I feel like I don't have enough time to practice and get ready for it. You practice, you go, you just, I'm here. However I do, right? Yep. It's just your attitude. It's just, I think that's, it's very addictive to be around you. I can just feel it. So,
dude, I love that. I've heard that before, man. I'm like everyone's little cheerleader when it comes to work, you know, like on a professional level. I've heard that so many times where folks are like, it's contagious to be around you, and not like in a gross germy way, you know, like you just want to like grab your energy and bottle it up. And like, I don't know how else to be. I'm just overexcited about a lot of things. It doesn't take much to make me happy. It doesn't take much to make me excited. And I'm somebody who throws out a hell of a lot of appreciation. So, you know, folks that may have never met before in person, but you chat with them so long online or through text messages or whatever, like, yeah, I'm going to call you a friend because you're somebody that takes time out of your life to invest in me and get to know me. So that means a lot to me. That goes a long way.
Yeah, you're a deeply devoted friend. I will say that, you know, but I feel like if you cross you, then, you know, that kind of goes out the window.
I mean, oh, well, I mean, yeah, can I say that? That's when the Puerto Rican side comes out. Watch out. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of, I have some patience.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just maybe just when you speak with a New York accent, we all think that you're going to bite our heads off at one point or another. But no, I'm just
God, no, I'm like 5'3". I can't. You see these little sling beans? I can't do much with these. Oh my
God. How's everything going? How's your personal life going? Everything good? I mean, are you happy at work? Everything's good. You got time to shoot and stuff.
Oh yeah, my job. I love my job. I've been there now 3 years. I'm a hospital manager, so I moved away from the zoo world. And yeah. I'm a hospital manager now at ASPCA in New York. I have an amazing crew. My, you know, because I went through a bunch. I went through a lot of stuff a few years back. And the turning point for me when I got this job and it really validated that I was doing the right thing and I made the right move was the time where I had to sit down and actually do annual performance reviews for my coworkers, for my direct reports. And it made me realize, you know what? It feels really good to make people see their self-worth.
Yeah.
And we all work really hard in this field. And we don't always get the recognition that we deserve because we get compared a lot to human nurses or to human doctors. And I can tell you that I have so much respect for the techs that have taught me and trained me since I was like a wee little hospital assistant way back when, that now to be able to be somebody's boss and to be able to like help coach them and guide their career and make them feel valuable, make them feel appreciated, it is like one of the best feelings and has made me the happiest. That's like the happiest part of my job. Never mind like making out with all the dogs and cats and animals that come my way. It's really just helping out the people. So that has been very, the point that I have driven home has been, you know what, as a licensed vet tech, I get to advocate for animals, but as a manager, as a people manager, I get to advocate for my people. So that has been super happy for me. And that's great. Personal life is great. I'm probably the happiest I've been in a number of years. And work is so encouraging when it comes to time off. They're like excited. My boss, one of my big bosses just said to me the other day, Mo, are you trying out for that 3D team again? Wouldn't that be something if we had a little Olympian at the ASPCA? And I was like, whoa, hold on. I'm not there yet. But when I had my mohawk and I tried out for team trials last time, like they had just hired me and they were like, dye your mohawk orange, because that's like our work color.
Yeah.
Like, dye your mohawk orange. That'd be so awesome. Like they're super supportive and excited for me. So it's everything's good, man. Everything's so good. I'm so happy.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I want to talk a little bit, get back to archery here. So explain. So we talked about this last time I talked to you on the show, but go through it again. How's a girl from New York City, and I know the coupon, I get that, but like, where do you practice? How do you get a time in? Do people look at you weird when you're carrying your bow on the subway or wherever I don't know. Tell me how it goes. Tell me it goes.
Absolutely. So I will go anywhere I'm invited. First of all, that goes to being at people's houses for the holidays. I'll show up with my own Tupperware, folks. I've made so many friends who have been like, hey, you got to come to my club. You got to shoot at my club, or there's a shoot over here. I have traveled to Pennsylvania, Jersey, lots of times in Jersey. I love Jersey. Connecticut. Where else have I gone? I mean, anywhere that there's an outdoor 3D shoot, I'd love to be invited to a range to just go meet new folks, shoot with new friends. Practice time can be a little bit difficult, but the home range that I belong to, Proline Archery here in Queens, has very generous hours where they're open past 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And I do hop on the subway and the buses with my longbow case. And sometimes I get weird looks because people are like, what is she carrying? Because it looks like a little military case. Because I have from Little Axe in Australia.
Yeah, Little Axe.
Yeah. And those are solid cases, man. And like, I literally, when I first got that case, I told him, I said, I am going to respectfully treat it like shit just to see how durable this is with my bow inside. Yeah. So I told him, I think your new tagline, I send him pictures all the time of me with my bow. I'll be on the bus. It'll be crowded. I'll be in the subway. It'll be crowded. I'm like, from the woods through the hoods, man, I am taking the bow wherever I can go to shoot. That's where you'll find me. I try to squeeze it in at least 2 to 3 times a week, especially like now. I pretty much, for me, outdoor 3D season ends like August. And once August hits, I'm like strictly like 2-3 times a week. I at least have to be indoors getting ready for Lancaster and indoor nationals and like states and stuff. And I go after work. I go on the weekends. I had up until recently, it's like Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays off. So Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, I'm shooting.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, good quality shooting and just get it in and just you're obviously shooting at paper now.
Like yes.
Practicing, yeah. And doing 300 rounds and stuff like that. Yep. it's so stressful. I can't do it. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know if people go to Lancaster and they shoot 300 rounds. I I I forget sometimes that I'm actually hosting this show, let alone being able to concentrate for 30 arrows. Like I'll be in the middle of like a sentence and I'll forget what I'm saying. How can I shoot 30 arrows in a row and keep that amount of concentration? People like you are inspiring. People, anyone that does those 300 rounds are it's just inspiring that they can focus for that long.
It is honestly, I'm probably not focusing as much as I should. I try real hard to relax as much as possible. So when I'm on the line at Lancaster, if I'm bullshitting and walking around and taking pictures with people and like waiting for them to come off the line or taking pictures of them, if I'm in the mindset that this is just a regular day, that we're just here shooting the breeze in between shots, in between ends, and I'm not worried about I'm trying very hard to not worry about score like at all, because I totally, once I'm in my head when it comes to numbers, that's it. I'm a wreck.
Yeah.
I am like humming songs while I'm on the line. I remember one year, I think it was the last time I was at Lancaster, somebody turned around and said to me, you're amazing. You're like your own little jukebox down here. You know, like all the songs. I'm just like, I apologize. I don't mean to disturb you. It's just that I'm just trying to like, this is me just,
What Fawn would sing too when she shoots. Did you know that? Did you hear that when she was on my when she's on the line? I don't know if she still does it. She sang a song and I can't remember which one it was. And she had a collegiate student. She tells a story. She had a collegiate student shooting next to her. Mm-hmm. And the girl said, "What are you humming?" She goes, "Well, I sing this and I go back like Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb." And then I release. So like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't Mary Had a Little Lamb. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, but, this is literally like whatever's playing in the background at Lancaster in between ends. That's what I'm just like, just hopping on the line.
That's hilarious. Eve says, Black Knight Bow Benders. He's inviting you out there. Eve,
I've been there. I'm part of that club. Those guys love me out there. I love them. They're my Jersey family. I get treated really well out there, man. I just I got my own jersey to represent them this year at Lancaster. I'm very excited for that. They have a really large pool of longbow shooters. We're trying to get a whole bunch of people out. We want to make that quota to be able to get a longbow class at Lancaster. So we're trying.
You think that's ever going to happen though, really?
I feel like we're close. I keep hearing that we're close. It's a matter of we need 30 participants that are following World Archery rules with equipment rules.
Okay.
So that is wood bow, wood arrows, certain specs you got to meet when it comes to the bows. And I think we've had folks show up in the past, but it wasn't entirely 100% World Archery rules. So we're trying.
Yeah, I mean, look at Pan Am Games. That's a World Archery event, and that's I think the first time I've ever seen field archery with longbow.
Yeah.
So someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. And a lot of those guys win there blind. But again, Shiloh was like, he's ridiculous. That dude's ridiculous with the longbow. You tell me you can't tune a longbow? You can't. That guy is like unbelievable shooting. I can't. I think that's crazy. I think that's so the way
it is so inspiring. That's why I'm just like, listen, we have longbow out there internationally. We can get them to Lancaster.
Yeah. That whole setup and stuff. So tell us a little bit about, have you changed anything since the last time you were at Lancaster?
What have I done differently? I guess my stance a little bit. And I'm trying to be stricter with myself because I have like a weird, the wind can tilt me over if I'm out on a 3D course. I have like a deep lean, I have a wide stance, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to shoot over this tree, under that rock, around that bird, and hit the target. But who is it? I mean, everyone's always critiquing, but man, Santo has been trying for so long. He's like, I just need to get a hold of you to get you to just stand better and So I teased him and I was like, look how I'm shooting because I actually listened to you. So,
he's a good one though. He is a good one to talk to about longbow for
yep,
sure. Yeah, he's
yep.
solid.
But
He's
that
a
I definitely changed, and I'm trying so hard to not be so sloppy with my anchor. I'm much more intentional now with my shots. So
How the hell do you anchor? Do you anchor on this? Are you anchor on that ring, or do you anchor
well,
on?
there's one on each side. They don't. Everyone keeps asking me that. They're like, "Is that your actual anchor point?" Like, I don't even feel it. I don't even feel it. Thank goodness. So
You wouldn't want the string to rip that off, though.
no, it hasn't happened yet. So
Okay, knock on wood that
yeah, we're
doesn't
gonna
happen.
not jinx me yet.
Because that's changed. I don't remember you having so much hardware before.
So much hardware. Nah, there's a couple of new ones, but these have been here for a while.
No, okay. All right. Well, I'm a guy, so I don't pay attention to a lot of things.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. Yeah, it'd be good for you. I bet people when they see you come to Lancaster, they just kind of go from, oh yeah, Mo's here. Okay, cool. She can be chill. I can be chill. All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's it. Fun police.
Are you? You're not the police. You're just fun. You're just fun.
I guess just like fun then. Yeah, no police there.
No,
the fun brigade. Maybe we could say the fun brigade.
I can't get over the fact that you said in the woods through the hoods.
Yup, through the woods and the hoods. I told him, Anthony, if you're watching this, man, tagline.
You can get shirts that say that. That's amazing, especially for you Jersey and New Yorkers and anyone from Pennsylvania. Maybe there's Matt Yaka jumping in. I love that.
What's up, Matt?
He's Mo.
I know it's reading Mo, but it definitely
sounds
in
like
my
moo.
head there's a moo.
I know what it. So I'm excited for you. I don't know if I'm sure Matt will be out there too to shoot bear bow, but I wonder who else is going to be there for longbow. And I wonder if anyone's going to switch over from bear bow to longbow, because there's no money in longbow. Like there's zero chance of making money, right? I think I'm going to say this now on this podcast. Archery Geek will put up something. I don't know what it'll be, like maybe a dozen arrows or something like that. If you win, we donated a dozen arrows for last year for the winner of the Longbow Outlaws, because I just think. Because I think, you guys are there. You deserve some recognition. I'm actually shooting longbow a lot of it right now. I'm shooting a lot. Yeah, so I'm done now. So I've got my one deer with my recurve. So I got meat in the freezer. It goes back up on the shelf, and then I'm going to hit my longbow with wood arrows. I'm going to try and take a deer out that way now. So,
dude, that's awesome. That is so awesome.
That'd be the first. That'd be the second time I shot a deer. I got to shoot a doe, because we get one buck here. That's it. Mm-hmm. One buck. But it's so that's kind of silly, because then whatever the next thing is that comes in, you're sitting there all day. You want to shoot that next thing. But anyway, I'm going to try my longbow with wood arrows and try and score something.
Dude, that'd be amazing. I have never been hunting, but I've had a couple of buddies offer to let me go with them. And I would joke and say, man, you don't want me there. I'm a vet tech. I'm going to probably try to stop the bleeding. I'm probably going to help you and be like, oh, his kidneys look like shit. Oh my God, that liver is horrible. I'd ruin the experience for you.
I'll tell you right now, you're animal people are my people. You're an animal person. I'm telling you, you give a dog. I took the heart out, right? So I put the heart aside, like it's already out. So it's already processed. So I take the heart out, brought it straight home. We hung the deer. My dogs are out there just licking at it. Right. So I cut a piece off right there, gave my dogs the heart, pieces of the heart. And I cooked it up that night, and I've been giving it to them. It's the best thing. They can't get enough. They're like addicted. It's like catnip for dogs.
It's like catnip for dogs.
I'm telling you.
You brought out that inner wolf in them.
That's what I call my little Phoebe. I don't know if you saw the video I posted on Instagram, or anyone saw that video I posted on Instagram. I go, do you want some deer meat? You want some deer meat? And she's just like, she goes nuts. I love it. And I love being able to provide really good feel like that was a nice that was a young buck that I shot, and the meat was great. The meat is fantastic on that. So I see Yak is saying that he's out there, he's getting it once he wins Barebow. So that's
nice. All right, Matt.
So we'll hold you to that. Next year you're shooting longbow.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, okay, your dog would eat the mailman's heart. I know. He's a bit of a, I want to say a dick. Can I say a dick? He's a dick sometimes. Anyway, so hey, has anyone got any questions for Mo before we let her go back to what she was doing? She just got in the door. Any questions? I
thought you were going to ask me more grilling questions. I was so nervous with this.
Oh yeah. Give me the square root of 49.
God, like 3.5 and a quarter.
There you go. I have no idea what it was. Anyway, any questions? Which bow are you shooting? Yaka was what bow are you shooting this year indoor? That's a good question. So what is the make and model again? You got your favorite bowyer.
I do. Mike Roberts from Sock Trail Archery. I'm going to be shooting his Highline. It's my first longbow that I had from. That was actually the bow that I got when I decided I'm going to put down compound and never shoot compound again. And it is 60-inch longbow, 36 pounds at 28 inches. So that's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm going to be flinging around this indoor season.
Yeah, Matt, you're not the only person, but we got some shy people on here today. But if you got any questions, throw them in the chat. You know, I don't love these to go really long because I worry that people get bored, you know, of me talking and but since you're here, that's really awesome. That I cannot get over you being here. Like I like when I ask you, hey, can you make it a show? You're like, I got things to do, and I don't know, Mick. I don't really love your whole persona and talking to you that much. So
who would say that to you?
No, I'm kidding. You said,
I was gonna say, it's like,
you're like, yes, let's do this thing, man.
Oh yeah. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing Tuesday, but it's gonna be this podcast.
I know. Eating tacos, hopefully, on Tuesday.
That's definitely after the podcast. I told everybody at work, I was like, let's go, wrap it up. I gotta go. I got an interview. We gotta do this. It's archery season. I gotta go.
Okay, first of all, you shouldn't tell people at work that you have another interview.
Oh no, they knew it was for archery.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, they know I'm not going anywhere. I'm pretty solid there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll close this out. And I want to just say thank you very much. And for anyone that's listening or still listening, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for adding to the conversation. And if you get a chance, check out our sponsor, archerypass.com. Love those guys over there. You know, Mo, you should be actually talking to those guys a little bit too, because they have you ever bought wood arrows from those guys, archerypass.com? No, right? Not
sure. I don't think so.
Well, if you ever need wood arrows, they're a great option for you. They were like, I think like one of the oldest retailers of wood arrows. And they have great arrows. I don't have any right off. Wait a second.
Oh, let's see. Show and tell.
Well, they're not, they don't go crazy here, but they have so they're a little bit more expensive, but I put these through, my rolly roll thing, and they're straight as can be. They're straight as an arrow, if you will. And everything about them is just beautiful. The way that they put on these, I've never had a fletching come off with these guys. Not once, not even close. They use really nice knocks on these. That's my tuxedo arrow right there, a little black and white.
I love it.
Yeah,
dude, that's why I need to look for, I was gonna say, this is very New York. I need to look for a new arrow guy.
You need a new arrow guy.
Dave Morley, who's here in New York, Vintage Customs. He's been setting me up with my little champion launchers for the last couple of years. He's actually going to be retiring from making arrows probably by the end of the year. So I got in my last set right before Lancaster.
Archery Pass, man. You need like 6 of these babies and just, bust knocks with them. They're pretty straight. So I'm looking forward to taking out another deer doe with one of these, not with this tip on it, but I'll take these off and get a Zwick. Yeah. I don't, it's nice. I just think they'd use a lot of, what do you call this? Shellac or varnish or whatever. Nan is still on here, but she's been making these arrows too. If you look at Nan makes her own arrows too, and she really paints them. Like really paints. Have you seen those ones?
Yes, they came out so nice. I tried. I invested in all the things, the spin right crester, the acrylics for it. And I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'm like, I can't do this. I don't have the time or the patience. I can't even draw a stick figure. That's why, like, anyone that I buy things from or have been, you know, somebody sent me something, like I always make sure that I give out their information or a business card, because I take 0 credits for any of the things that I use or shoot, because I have no artistic ability. And I had very good intentions, but 100% fail on trying to make arrows. It was, yeah, I wanted to do it so bad. And I was like, nah, I'll support someone else.
Maybe that's Nancy should be doing a video on how to video on that, because you got a little spinner, and then you got a little spinner thingy in the hoopy.
Yeah, sure do. It's brand new. I haven't even run one arrow through it yet.
Just don't have time for it.
Just don't have the time, or honestly the patience. I'm like, I can't even come up with like a color pattern. I'm the worst customer when somebody's like, oh, you want arrows? What do you want them to look like? I'm like, I don't know, like, you know, like outdoorsy, like browns and greens. I'll send pictures of my bows, and I'm like, either match this or make me something completely contrast, because I do the same thing sometimes with my tattoo artist. I'm like, you have full artistic reign, because I can't even come up with a suggestion for you. And I'm sure I have annoyed some people in trying to come. And I'm a Libra, so decision making, not my thing, man. Like, just decorate the arrows however you would like.
Nan's like, the spinny thing is fun.
It sure is.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what she's talking about here, but
the spin right.
Oh, the spin right. Okay, now I get where you're going with that. All right. So these arrows are fun. Like, you know, I'm the same with you. When a person's gonna make arrows for me, what I say to them, or when I make my own arrows, I'm like, okay, if I miss the target, could I find this arrow in the ground?
Oh no. Oh man, no way. My friend Jason hates sometimes shooting with me, because when I do miss, and that does happen often, he's the first one to say, you know, I just love when people crest their arrows to match the scenery.
I know, that's so true, dude. Don't do that. Don't crest your, like, you got to have bright arrows, because, and then, you know, I get guys that are really, really good. They don't like to have bright arrows, especially on 3D, because what they do is they hit that 10.
Yeah.
And, you know, they hit the 10, and then they don't want the guy coming after them aiming at their 10. Yep. You know, like they want them to do their own work. So, you know, there's gives and takes there.
Yep.
Okay. This has been fun. It's nice catching up. It's kind of funny. We catch up all the time. We catch up a lot, and you know, we don't necessarily videotape it though. But
no,
we talk.
Thank goodness for that. My mom could be watching here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's nice to have you. It's nice to have you on the show. It's nice to talk to you again. And I want to thank you personally for, you know, helping us to get kickstart Quick Shots. And it's been pretty successful. So it's getting better and better every year. So people who haven't, you know, subscribed over on YouTube, it does help, man. It's free and it helps. Just go do it. I mean, there's so many people who are content creators on here. Nan's a content creator. Yaka is hosting a show over on Barebow Project. You know, if just it doesn't cost you anything, go over there and support those guys if you can, please. And thank you.
Listen, I really appreciate you, because when you first started this podcast and you wanted to be able to speak to folks who may not, you know, not all of us are champions. Not all of us have been on an Olympic team, and just some of us are just here just doing our own thing. And you made me feel like valid, man, and seen. You know, like a lot of the stuff that I post for fun. I just post it because I just want to generate content and it's not great content. It's always just my cell phone. I don't have like a fancy camera. My YouTube, I can't be bothered keeping up with that. But it's like I'm getting recognized as like, oh, you're the one with Sauk Trail, or you're the one that was on that podcast, you're the one with the mohawk, you're the one with the green hair, whatever it is. But you made me just feel like a relevant person. I'm just some person flinging around arrows, just trying to have a good time and make friends out of this. And I can't believe I'm shooting at Lancaster. I can't believe I'm shooting at indoor nationals. And again, I have a lot of self-awareness, and I know I may not be that great, but you know what makes it great? The people, the archers that I've met, the friends that I've made, you don't owe me anything, and you stay in touch with me during the year in between episodes. And just, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for everything.
Well, I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of people. We appreciate you. Thanks for being who you are and being genuine, because that shows through. And I think that that's really important too. I think that's what everyone wants. They want people in their lives that are genuine, not fake. You know, they're true people, the true people. And again, love you to death. Can't wait to talk to you again. We'll catch up after this. So anyway, we're going to call it here. Appreciate everyone listening. Thanks very much. Check out archerypass.com. Love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Hunt the good stuff. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.